Hi YouTube, it's Around There Gaming here. Welcome back to my channel. In today's meets tutorial, I'm going to be showing you all how to make MV from Inside Out 2 as a me character. Before we get into this video, what I recommend doing is, if you do have Metopia, it comes up with a function like this, like the menu tab, like down here on the screen. What you do, press the X button and go on to add me characters, then go on create from scratch, and it will send you straight into the me maker. But if you're doing this on Switch on the other hand, then you just have to go into the me section on your actual Nintendo Switch to get to the me maker either way. So what I recommend doing, if you want to do this before I get into this me tutorial, then I'll recommend it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into edit me because I've already made MV, as you can tell, and I'm going to guide you kind of through it really. So if you're doing this, you might want to go onto gender, and if you actually went from male, you can change it to female straight away, which is kind of handy if you're on this kind of setting, for example. So looking at it, go onto face, and I've selected on the second row this face because I feel like MV is kind of like the smallest like emotion there is in Inside Out 2, and I feel like this face kind of matches her overall personality, so I recommend pausing halfway through at this point. Okay, so after that, I recommend skipping this part and this part really, and then just stick with the overall skin tone for now. So what I've done here is I've gone to hairstyle, and on the full section I've selected this kind of like bobby kind of hairstyle, like a bob kind of hairstyle, because as you can tell, that's what she kind of has. I was trying to match it up with the actual image of MV, so I thought this is kind of like the best one that I could go for. So this is the one you'll be selecting on the fourth row, and then after you kind of done that, go on to colour, then go on show more, and I've gone for this kind of like darker bluey green, because obviously in the actual movie you can tell that she's got a different kind of like hair colour to Sadness, because obviously Sadness, she's like more of a like a mixture of blues, whereas Envy, she kind of has like a mixture of like a little bit of blue and a little bit of green, so that's why I would recommend choosing this one afterwards. So I would recommend pausing at this part if you wanted to. Okay, so after you've done those two bits, I recommend going on to eyes, and I've selected these eyes because obviously her eyes are quite big, and obviously when you see her overall kind of expression, it's kind of like she's kind of like getting a little bit jealous when she sees like different hairstyles, and she wishes she could have some of that. That's what envy kind of stands for, which is why I thought this is the eyes that I've chose, because they're quite big. So, and then obviously the opposition is kind of a bit like this, but I thought, well, you might want to pause at this section as well, just in case, because sometimes with the opposition it can go a little bit lopsided. So I recommend pausing this video for whatever time limit you want to do it around. Okay, after you've done the opposition, go on to eye colour, then go on to show more, and I've gone for this kind of like mixture of a blue greeny colour, which is kind of like it's kind of closest to where the darker greens are, but you can see the like different oppositions and that stuff. So it's kind of like a mixture of like a bit of minty colour. So I would say it'd be more like a mint. So that's the one that I've chose as for the eye colour for Envy, like so. And then for the eyebrows, I'm gonna go for these because obviously I'm trying to match how she kind of looks, so that's the ones that I've chose, which are on like the third layer of where all the different eyebrows that you can choose from in the mini maker. So I kind of would recommend possibly 5 minutes at this point, so make sure to pause the video for 5 minutes. After you selected these eyebrows, here's the opposition for them, like so. Obviously there's a lot of things you might want to do here, so I would recommend pausing at this part just in case. And then once you've kind of done recommend going into colour, then go on show more. I'm going to go for exactly the same eyebrow to match the hair. The same like hair and eyebrow colour can match together, so it looks just like this. And then afterwards, I would recommend using the triangle nose. Then go on to precision. This is what it's going to look like. So it might take you a little bit more less time to do this part, so you can pause right around this section before I move on to the next part. And then for the mouth, I've chose this one because it kind of gives her overall like shocked impression when she sees something that's very cool, sleek, and all that sort of thing. So that's the kind of mouthpiece that I've gone with, giving her more of the shocked impression. And this is the opposition, so I would recommend pausing at this part. Okay. After you've done the opposition, skip the colour bit and then go on to body. And this is how small she is, and about around here, so I would recommend possibly around 1 to 2 minutes for this section if need be. And then go on to favourite colour, which can be either blue or purple. It depends on what you're going to go for. You can kind of decide on what you want to go for. Do you want to go for the light blue or the purple? It depends, so I recommend pausing at this point if you're going to decide on what Envy's favourite colour would be. Okay, so after you've done that, go on to nickname and then type in Envy, which is only 4 letters long. And then once you've kind of done this on the Nintendo Switch, it kind of gives you into the actual me section in the Nintendo Switch. But if you're doing this on Miitopia, you press done. It takes you to the actual, takes you back to the screen again. Okay, if you're doing this in Miitopia, for example, I recommend going on to makeup. So for the eyes, I chose these for either side, like so. And obviously I didn't add any eyelashes or eyeshadow, but I did. If we go on to cheeks, I've kind of got 2 sets. So this one highlights kind of where the little freckles go from, because obviously Envy's got some freckles. And if I go on to here, this is where the actual cheeks are going to go. So for the hair colour, I would recommend going on to wig, because that's how I kind of made her the overall kind of look from the actual movie. So I kind of selected this fringe, and for the back I selected this, but obviously if I was going to click on this, it gives you the option of with blink or no blink, but I went with no blink because we don't really need like an extra accessory. So as you can see, she hasn't got any blinks on top of her, so I recommend that. And then what I do after that, when it comes to changing colour, for the hair colour, I've gone for the darker kind of mid-tone of the green, which is what I've gone for. And then I've gone for more of a minty green for where the roots come from, because obviously you've got to add some like different highlights to it as well. So yeah, I would recommend pausing at some point at this stage. Okay, so after you've done that, come out using going on B, and there you have it. You've got yourself your very own MV as a me character. Let me know in the comments down below which Inside Out 2 characters should I make a me tutorial on for next week. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more Miitopia and other gaming content on this channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one, so bye. Bye.